Hello, criminal justice enthusiast, and welcome back to JudgeSim. So we are on week 17 now. Now, I had recorded multiple episodes on the same day, so it gets us up to this point, but I have been getting some wonderful responses to those videos now, and so I believe I have the answer that this game goes through week 21. So we got about 4 weeks left here. So let's see what happens in those 4 weeks. I guess let's start here with this note. We are offering you $100,000 to clear Abraham Brown and Gally Bosch of the charges for which they are charged. In return for your acceptance of this offer, we promise you a luxurious life with your wife and children. Just imagine it. Yeah, I'm not going to just put them free just because. Alright. No criminal record, fine mental health and national status. No criminal record. He will be deported if he's found guilty. They are older too, so they do get the reduced sentence. Match fixing. Player mistakes made in the match between Fronterd FC and Penenza FC led to an investigation. After the accusations against Abraham Brown and Gally Bosch became clear, they were taken into custody for questioning. You claim that I committed match fixing, but this is not match fixing. This is definitely a conspiracy against me. It is a sham prepared by those who are uncomfortable with me being in this position. This is a heavy and difficult accusation to bear. It is obvious that we did not commit this crime. That's all I have to say. Alright, we're going to have to have some more evidence than that, because there's not evidence here for me to accuse them of match fixing. Let's see here. Alright, so they should be given half of the punishment. Now, one person's getting deported, so that won't mind. So, that won't matter, I mean. No, not there. Corruption, terrorism, taking part in organized crime, organized illegal gambling activity. Think that might be match fixing. Drug trafficking, human trafficking, money laundering, match fixing. Here we go. Alright, so neither one has a criminal record, so we'd be looking at 4 years in jail, so it'd be 2 years in jail, and 5 million. Now, with the 5 million, I need to go. I wonder if I do half the amount of money also. That's a question that I do have. Alright, let's go ahead and get these taken care of first. Starting off the day here with a nice simple one with this. I do enjoy this one quite a bit. So, we'll get it knocked out here. There we go. Let's see what we have as far as evidence. Telephone conversation between Abraham Brown and Mike Audius. Hi, Buchanan. How are you? Hello, Mr. President. I am fine. How are you? I am also good. I have an offer for you if you accept. I will be better. I'm listening to you, President. You know that we have a competition with you this weekend and it is critical importance for our championship. I have an offer of $5 million to give us this match, to distribute some money to your players and technical staff. How can I do such a thing, Mr. President? There's nothing that can't be done. What I want is not illegal. You only give some money to your players and technical staff. Most of the money will remain yours. I don't want any objections. If it's not illegal, then okay. Prepared by Gally Bosch, the Vice President of the Additional Investigation Notes. Sat with the managers for 3 hours and the money bag given by Gally Bosch was observed. Telephone call records of Frontier FC President Abraham and President Stroll Vex. Hello, Vex. How are you? Thank you, Mr. President. I'm fine. How are you? I'm good, thanks. I tell you what. Yes, Mr. President. You know that we play a match with you next week. Yes, President. I know. I have an offer for you. I want you to play badly in that match. Don't score goals. Don't run too much. Avoid tackles. If you do what I say, $1 million will be in your bank account as soon as the final whistle blows. It's not possible for me to do what you say. This is a crime. No, it is not. If any trouble happens to you, the responsibility belongs to me. So Abraham Brown's definitely guilty. There's nothing illegal here. Okay, Mr. President, if you say so. I do wish I could go back to the front of the book and see. That's sort of annoying. Because I do want to see on the... They're supposed to get half the sentence, but I don't think they get half the fine. So I'm going to go 2 years and $5 million fine. Alright, so that's for Abraham here. He's definitely guilty. Gally Bosch. I don't know if I buy that he's guilty. Reports were prepared that Gally Bosch, the vice president of Frontier FC, sat with the managers of Panenza FC for 3 hours, and the money bag given by Gally Bosch was observed. Telephone calls. So this is the only information we have about this person. But I'm going to have to trust that the information provided is accurate. Let's see if we've got any digital evidence. No, it doesn't look like we do. Oh, it's not saying there's no digital evidence now. Sort of interesting. No new emails. Anything worth buying now? No, still the same things. So we're just going to save our money. Let's talk to both of them. What do you say to the accusations that you gave incentive bonuses? Your Honor, I am a president who, like every president of a club, meets with the executives of other clubs. I have given incentive premiums due to the sincerity between us, but this is not match fixing. I would disagree with you. So you don't admit to match fixing? No, Your Honor, I didn't match fix. All club presidents do what I do. Do you have any evidence you can provide us regarding this? Not yet, Your Honor, but if you give me some time, I can find proof. What do you think about these charges? As my president said, incentive bonuses is not a crime. This is also frequently done by other club presidents. Do you have any evidence you can give me about that? Not yet, Your Honor, but I'm sure I can find it if you give me some time. Gally Bosch is the one I'm not sure about. Abraham Brown, though, I am sure about. I'm very sure about him. He is guilty. Since he is older, he's going to get 2 years. And then we're going to have the amount be $5 million. For Gally Bosch, since he is an immigrant, we're going to deport him. Well, my arrested judge bar is more than 50% now, so that's not great. But I wasn't thrown in jail or murdered. Alright, I am curious to see my bars on those. So let's go to the next case here and see where we are. Oh, I'm at 60% for the possibility of arrest. Alright. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to offer a bribe. I know someone who is perfect for this job. I'll make the necessary adjustments. So now I no longer am as likely to be arrested. Perfect. Alright. Charges insult. He has a criminal record. He is not sane. So if anything, he's going to the madhouse. I'm curious what the charge of insult is. I also want to see here. Given half the punishment for their crimes. Oh, I probably shouldn't have given him the $5 million then. That is my fault. But you know what? He deserved it. He's the president of a football club. He can definitely afford the money. So, alright, let's see here. Insult. 4 years in jail for insulting somebody? Good lord. Alright. They're serious about insults there, evidently. Who works at Peaky Burger was subjected to racist remarks by Hedrick Bonds while delivering an order. There was no discussion or similar situation as a reason. When the security cameras were examined, it was observed that Frankie Hook was just doing his job. A person named Hedrick Bonds was taken into custody after Frankie Hook filed a complaint. Frankie Hook, while I was doing my job, I started to hear racist remarks from the person Hedrick Bonds, who was sitting at table number 11. He started insulting me about my skin color. He must have seen my name on my caller ID, because he addressed me by my name and said words that were very difficult to digest. I do not know the reason. At first I thought that day was just another ordinary day when I ate at Peaky Burger, one of my favorite restaurants. But there was a difference. I noticed that the restaurant, which I thought did not employ black staff, started to employ black staff. We won the independence of this country by fighting, and none of them were there while we were fighting. It bothered me that he was happy and able to do his job. If it doesn't bother you, the problem is with you. Alright. Excerpt from the voice recording that Frankie Cook keeps on behalf of customer satisfaction. Hedrick Book. Hey Frankie, what took you to this restaurant? I'm sorry, did you call me? Yes. Is there anyone else besides you? Here beside you? Yes. You want something, sir? Yes. What I want is for black scum like you to get the F out of this country as soon as possible. Can you provide this? Of course. Would you like a brain supplement with a difference of $90.99? $9.99. I don't get the insult there, but alright. Do you think you're justified in your insults? Yes, Your Honor. I think I was to the bone. I think this is what it should be. Every normal person thinks like this. What are you thinking? Were you fighting while this country gained its independence? How can you make such an accusation? I didn't fight, but my grandfather did. You'd have to be crazy not to understand this. Don't you think so? Let's hear your thoughts too. I mean, he doesn't even deny it, but he is sanity impaired. I think that's the way I'm supposed to read this. I could be wrong, but I think that's the way I'm supposed to read this. So, just check to make sure we don't have it. There we go. It does say digital evidence now in that one, so that's a good one. Alright. Let's go ahead and find him mentally ill. I always forget I have to click on him. I'm just waiting for it to go to the next one. Yeah. There we go. Alright, so nothing bad happened there, so that's a good thing. And we're on to the third case of the week. Oh, we got 3 people here now. Sort of interesting. Alright, we have murder. Alright, let's pull up murder. Alright, so we have a 55-year-old here. No criminal record. Mental health test is positive. National status is positive. Criminal record on this guy. And positive on both of those. No criminal record. 22 on her. 27 on him. So he could be facing some significant time here. Homicide crimes. Murder. 14 years or 26 years, depending. Alright, so let's read the case. Zenner Khanis, who lived with her daughter and 2 grandchildren in a detached house near Green Village, recently was found dead in her room by her daughter. 3 stab wounds were detected on Zenner Khanis. Adler Khanis, the great-grandson, disappeared after the incident. So, he's the grandson. Alright. Upon the situation, an arrest warrant was issued for Adler Khanis, who was positioned as the main suspect. 3 days after the incident, he was found hiding in his friend James Grosjean's house in Green Village, the same region it was taken into custody. Upon the statement of Adler Khanis, his sister Ziri Khanis and their mother Miley Khanis were taken into custody to take their statements. Adler: I am aware that I have become a suspect because I ran away. I'm still trying to digest the incident. I love my grandfather very much. I thought it was the grandmother, but I could be wrong. I'm not even the last person who would hurt him. There were constant fights in the house over an inheritance issue. My mother and sister were constantly arguing with my grandfather. I should have predicted this would happen. I'm so sorry about my grandfather. Alright, nothing there that means he's guilty. I don't understand why I am here and giving a statement right now. The guilty person is my brother. Why don't you arrest him? I was watching TV with my mother downstairs when the incident occurred. You can also ask my mother. Even though I am in such a state of mourning and depression right now, why do you bring me here and take my statement? I think the real culprit of the incident is clear. Go and question him. I've got no proof of anyone being guilty yet. So, let's go ahead and sort this puzzle out. Go ahead and put that down there. Move that one over. Alright, so the last row is now taken care of. Alright, that one goes there. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so we have a fingerprint on the knife used in the death. Let's see what else we have. Alright, we have DNA sample here. Let's go ahead and do this first. 2121311. 2121311. That is not his fingerprint. That is her fingerprint. 2121311. So, yeah. The mom stabbed him, it looks like. 2121311. So let's see here. So alright, we've got that against the mom. DNA sample of hair and nail marks found on the body. DNA sample of Miley. Alright, so green to yellow, red and blue, yellow and green, green to blue. This one's off. Alright, green and yellow, red and blue, green and yellow, red and blue, yellow and yellow. Yellow, green, red, blue. This one seems to be matching. Alright, and this is Zeri. So he's not guilty. But she is, and she is. Alright. So no criminal record for either of them. She's over 50. So we've got, for her, 7 years, and for the daughter, 14 years. So let's go with him first. He's not guilty. You're guilty. And you're going to face 7 years. And you're guilty. You're going to face 14 years. Got our letter for the week. Hey, we're making more money. Great. Hopefully we don't go to jail or get assassinated. Not assassinated. Always good. And not going to jail. Very nice. Alright, so we'll withdraw that money. There we go. Got a nice little stash in our pocket here. Very happy about that. Family doesn't seem to need anything, so that's great. So I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. If you enjoyed the episode, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all again for more of JudgeSim.